Hey folks, so I want to take advantage of this situation really quickly and show you exactly how much money a horse can cost you because of the silly things that they do. This is true. She's my quarter horse mare. She's probably about 1,200 pounds, and you can see that she's trying to scratch her butt right now. So she's leaning up against all the gates, all the fences, and if this was not set up correctly and dug into the ground correctly and solidified, the barn owner here uses telephone poles for everything. But you can see just in looking at these panels how bent they get, because these horses, they come up and they scratch on them, they lean against them, they do silly stuff like she just did. And they end up inevitably bending panels all the time, knocking them over, knocking fences over, knocking poles over. These guys are extremely strong, very, very, very strong. I mean, the power just in this neck alone on her is extraordinary. So that's why they call it horsepower. She is very, very strong, and when she puts that big booty up against something and starts rubbing, well, she can knock it over very quickly. We just had to replace 2 of these big gates down there because, somebody rubbed up against them and knocked them over. So how do you prevent things like this? Well, it's impossible to prevent unless you want to put electric fencing up around everything. But what you can do is you can add in things that are helpful to your horses, like these guys right here. These are scratching units. You can get them on Amazon. Just look up like cattle scratching posts or horse scratching posts. They love these things. I don't know if you can see, but this is loaded with horsehair and mane. This is mane hair and tail hair because they lean up against them and they scratch on them. I will tell you though that you need to put them in with massive bolts because we put them in with smaller bolts and they knocked them right off. Well, we put them in with the bolts that they came with, but they knocked them right off the posts because they weren't deep enough. So these things are great to have. Also, regular grooming of your horse and providing them with like anti-itch, stuff is very, very helpful. If you have a horse that is prone to like sweet itch or hives or something like that, then get them on the proper medication. But yeah, you really have to be aware that owning horses is very, very, very expensive because of all the equipment that you have to buy for them. It's not like, just get a horse and stick it in your backyard. No, it's not like that. And if you do that, then I'm sorry, but, I don't really agree with that because horses are herd animals. They're very social. They need company. And just sticking them in the backyard and kind of forgetting about them it's not really a life for a horse. So, just if you are preparing to get a horse, then be prepared for the expenses of a horse. That includes their monthly expenses, their farrier expenses, which means getting their feet trimmed. That includes all their fly prevention, their vet bills, their, let's not even talk about tack, like saddles and, horse trailers. I mean, owning a horse is very, very, very expensive. And, some farms will let you trade out for work. They'll do a work exchange with, like a work board exchange. But, lots of times a bunch of the stuff also comes out of pocket. So just be prepared for that. I get a lot of people on here who say, oh, I want a horse. I can't wait to get a horse. And I love that for you all. I do. It's just, please be prepared to set aside a mortgage payment per month when you've got horses, because you never know what could happen. And, you always need to have some money set aside to, to be able to take care of them in case something, in case they do have to go to the vet or something like that. So anyway, that's going to be a quick one for today. It's getting ready to storm. So I'm going to wrap up here, but I just wanted to show you that, how quickly and easily these horses can bend huge, metal panels like that. It's very simple for them to do. So, all right. Have a good one.